So I'm a Fate fan. I have seen and read all of the Type Moon content, and I try to play Fate Grand Order as consistently as possible, even if it is a gacha game. But there's a possibility that you are someone who is new to the Fate franchise as a whole, and wants to know which Fate series to start with, since it is popular among those inside and outside the fandom to joke about the complexity of the so-called watch order of Fate. But if you've ever consulted anyone on the watch order, they might have told you that you should watch Fate Zero before you watch Fate Stay Night. I would just like to say that I personally think that you shouldn't do that. So, using the time I have today, I would like to explain why I believe you should start with Fate Stay Night before you watch Fate Zero. Hello everyone, I'm DetectiveMarill, the internet's greatest detective, and today I would like to chat with you about something that isn't necessarily original. Still, I don't see people conversing about it often enough. My main goal is to explain my reasoning as to why you shouldn't watch Fate Zero before you watch Fate Stay Night. Hopefully by the end of this video, you will feel convinced that this might be the way that you want to go about starting the series. I feel no need to continue stretching this intro, so let's begin. To move into this topic, one thing people tend to say is that you should start on Fate Zero because it is Kiritsugu's backstory. It's how we learn about the relationship that he and Saber shared, as well as how other characters such as Kirei, Gilgamesh, Ilyas VL, and even Shiro act the way they do throughout Fate Stay Night. But if that's the case, why do you refer to Fate Zero as the source material? In Fate Stay Night, we learn a little later about Kiritsugu, how he took place in the Fourth Grille War, and how Saber and Gilgamesh participated in that very same war. That's what makes Fate Zero so extravagant. It's meant to serve as prequel material. You are meant to go and read it / watch it after you've already learned about the concepts and the material explained in Fate Stay Night. To be fair, however, I understand that there is a decent majority of individuals that would rather watch / read stories in a chronological order. In that sense, I can't blame you for wanting to watch Fate Zero before Fate Stay Night. But if Nasu wanted us to know about Kiritsugu early on, he would have had Fate Zero written by Urabuchi beforehand. Just as an example, nobody skips to Whole Cake Island to Sanji's backstory, but with his family, before going back to Baratier in the East Blue Saga to watch his backstory with Zeph. The whole point of us watching and learning more about them later is supposed to give us the incentive to want to know more about these characters. The mystery surrounding Kiritsugu and who he was as a magus was slightly touched on in Fate Stay Night. You gain so much more interest in learning about him that you would be willing to watch Fate Zero. And in doing so, the purpose of writing Fate Zero after Fate Stay Night was achieved. Another thing I want to touch on is how characters are and act differently between Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero. In Stay Night, we treat these characters like we've never known their identities, and the attachment that we have to these characters is nothing more than, I may have a minor interest to learn who you are, or wow, you seem cool, I want to learn about you, or something along those lines. But when you watch Zero, you are supposed to know about how they acted in Fate Stay Night to see how their choices in Zero affected them later on. Take Kirei, for instance. This man went through a full-on character arc that finally reached its true transformation when Kirei met Gilgamesh and realized that he was free to be the man he was trying to avoid becoming. Saber had to realize how her honor and chivalry as a king were affecting her actions in the war, as well as how her contract with the world was going to affect her after a choice that she and Kiritsugu make at the end of the Holy Grail War in Zero. Or even how the Shiro we know today came to be. If you know all of this before watching Fate Stay Night, it sours the experience, and the feelings that you would develop would not be the same had you watched Fate Stay Night before Zero. Nevertheless, I think the last thing I want to mention is the fact that I don't want to sound like a Fate elitist. This is the first video I'm ever making on the Fate franchise, and so I'm a new voice in the crowd. I understand that it seems weird for someone of my status to make a statement like this out of nowhere with nothing but opinion, but I think so many people miss the experience that you are meant to gain when you treat Fate Zero like initial material instead of prequel material that you watch after learning of Fate Stay Night. Even so, some people will just ignore my suggestion and watch Fate Zero first anyways, and I can't really blame you for that. Maybe I just made this video to express the fact that My experience with this wonderful franchise was amplified when I watched Zero after Stay Night. Maybe this video was made to satisfy the question for new folks around. Who knows? I don't think I have much else to cover, however, so let's conclude this video. Hello everyone, thank you for watching this far if you chose to do so. I appreciate every single person that is watching this video currently. It has been a while since I've made an official video, I understand. And so I will be getting back into making more content. I do have a couple of videos planned, but let's see how far we can go when it comes to actually working on those. I haven't fully come back yet, but hopefully I can start uploading once a week once again after this video comes out. Just a quick shout out to Tsiah IV. He is a Fate YouTuber that I've been watching a lot. I mean, I haven't been watching him very long, but I've seen like all of his videos now, and he is the one that actually inspired me to make this video. So if you'd like to check out any more awesome Fate content, I would suggest that you go to his channel and check out what he's cooking over there, because Sir Saucington IV is just like that. But anyways, thank you all for watching this video. If you would like to suggest anything else for me to make in the future, leave some suggestions down in the comment section below. And as always, it has been elementary, my dear Watson.